Good evening, service crew. Finding pilot and interior designer extraordinaire Ace Windfall. Ready for takeoff. Now, service crew, you might be asking yourself, Ace, why did you call us all here today into the Zatsu room? Well, that's because today we're going to be doing some interior design. I know you're asking yourselves, Ace, what makes you the expert on interior design? Me and a Wikipedia. In fact, to quote Wikipedia, interior design is an article with multiple issues. Please help improve it or discuss these issues on the talk page. The examples and perspective in this article deal primarily with the English-speaking world and do not represent a worldview of the subject. This article needs additional citations for verification. So, not to brag, but I think I know a thing or two about a thing or two. And with that, service crew, I like to have the scales fall from your eyes for a second. This beautiful room that we've been in for the last 2+ years. Wait, why is, oh, I know why that's working. I forgot to actually put that in there, but I'm surprised this works. And you know why? It's because, did you know this has been a lie the entire time? We've been on a green screen, service crew. This entire time, that room doesn't exist in the hangar. We've been on a green screen. In fact, here, we got a... This is what the hangar looks like. You know this. You all know this. You've seen these rooms before. We've played in these rooms before. That's right. And we need to design a new green screen room. All right? There is a fridge. It's not in here. There's always been a fridge. There's no fridge in the hangar proper, though, because why would we put it in the hangar? This is where the plan goes. The fridge is in the other room. Wait, is there a fridge? There should be a fridge. Hold on. Where am I? Hold on, service crew, real quick. We're gonna go to the what the fuck? The break room. We have a break. We have a fridge. It's right over there. Okay, now back to the hangar room. What? There we go. Now then. Oh yeah, I've seen that before. There is a fridge. There is a canisters. There is a hang in there picture with spare parts in it, but there is no Zatsu room. But that's what we're here to do today, service crew. In fact, I'm gonna do one more on you. Your entire reality. Hold on, that's not what I want to move actually. Your entire reality doesn't exist. We need to create it from the ground up, service crew. So let's do that. By the way, welcome on in Wisteria, Gabriel, Via, Asmo, and Kiwi. I believe that's everyone. And Blammy. I believe that's everyone. Happy Thursday, everyone. We gotta make a room, though. We need a pure room right now. How do we do this? Almeida, how do we do this? We need to somehow make a new place. And obviously, the first thing is we need places to exist. We need a floor, right? As such, what perspective are we going for here, service crew? How do we do this? We need space. We can make a floor. We now exist in space. And then we can erect walls. But how do the walls go that tall, or do they go further back? What do we need, service crew? You've all watched a stream at least one time in your life. What is everything? What do we need? Think of your favorite VTubers, your favorite streamers. You're look in your own room. What do you have in there? What do I have in here? We need desks. We need tables. We need chairs. We need pastiche knickknacks on the wall. We need a dictionary so I know what pastiche means, because I legitimately just said that because it came to my mind, but I don't actually know the definition of it. It's okay. It will pass inspect. This is a rough draft of the room, and then we'll hire actual carpenters, Asmo. And by hire them, I mean I'll make you guys be actual carpenters. Why is this symmetrical? Can we change the perspective and focus on the corner? Ooh, I like, that is a potential, Kiwi. That is, of course, a potential. We have to think outside the box. Sursker, we've played Blueprints for the past, what, 8 weeks? I think we all know a thing or two about interior design at this point. Also, I don't know if I said it, but what's up, Mayu? What's up, Arctic? Welcome on in. Now then, so what if we, yes, asymmetrical rooms, right? Asymmetrical rooms. We could do something like this, right? Just a little. We could be in the corner. I just realized. How many of you have brain rot like I do? Because upon drawing this, I know exactly what I just drew. They don't know I'm a fighting pilot extraordinaire. We could do this perspective. We could alternatively another option that you can go from this one if we so desired. You could also make it ow. I actually did not know if that would still work on this screen. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. Man, I'm really good at future-proofing my setups, guys. I forgot about that. This is a completely new scene. I don't know what works and what doesn't work on this. So please, as a heads up, use your points with your own discretion. Because I don't think the professional disclaimer will work anymore because we're on a different scene. I do have that though. I did set that one up. Service crew, hold on to spare parts for me. Obviously, I set that one up. I have to do that manually, but I knew. Apparently, I need to touch less grass because my immediate thought was the Blair Witch Project. The second thought from this one is not the Blair Witch Project's good, Asmo, but the other thing is how would we do this? Hold on. I wish I could do like layers within layers right now, because the other thing this is that you put like you put tall service crew here, right? You put tall service crew here. That's their ear. I don't know how to draw faces from behind. Yeah, that's close. And then like they're over here. And then they're like, they can comment on me, but it doesn't work because I can't layer on top of it, right? That doesn't work though. Get that out of here. Should probably do something else instead of just Control-Zing 27 times. What's happening is interior design. Interior design is the most important aspect of any person's branding outside of literally every other part of their branding, right? And what we need to do here is we need to solidify what are we doing here first and foremost. But also, no, go back. No, not all the way. How do you do this? How do you use Photoshop, this thing that I use nearly every single day? There we go. Also, Dolly, welcome on in. Perspectives are important. I think our best options, service crew, and so we'll work with this. We have 2 to 3 separate options, right? We can go with the they don't know with a 3D perspective. It probably shouldn't be this. I think I instinctively made it the they don't know that I'm X, Y, or Z perspective, but realistically it'd be more of a like if you think about it, it'd be more of a like you'd have just a line here. And then there would be an implicit perspective of going like here and going like here maybe, right? Yeah, you could do something like that. And then you could do like, you could erase here, and then yeah. Do that. You have your little window, little port here. I don't know why it's the Smash Brothers symbol. That's not what it's supposed to be. Theoretically though, I feel like it'd be more of a square window. Maybe one of these bad boys. I don't know. I don't like that actually. Secretly an architect or something. I don't mean to brag, Gabriel, but outside of reading the interior design Wikipedia page, I did take like 2 architecture classes in high school over a decade ago. I know how to operate AutoCAD a little bit, probably. I don't know. I don't think it would have changed much since then. Don't know though. I know Service Crew commenting Ace was part of interior designing. It's all about feng shui in a way, Via, if you think about it. Like if you have me and the service crew in the red corner, that is good for a wealth and prosperity, right? Ace Windfall is crashing in. Ooh, I do like crashing in. That would be a good one, actually. That window was a little bit pathetic. We can do better than that. But are we doing this one, or are we going to be doing, like, what are, like, yeah, let's get our perspectives down. We have this as a perspective, which actually I kind of like as a perspective, unironically, but that might just because it's the first thing that I actually tried here. What about the other one we can do is, like, I don't know, I think I agree with you guys, and I don't know if you guys agree with this or not, but my instinctive idea is that, yeah, like, you can have other ones which are just, like, head on. And after seeing, like, a lot of them, like, I did go to Google Images. I don't know, it's just lame, right? We see in 1-point perspective our entire lives, everything going to 1 point. We don't need that. How do you It's Control-Alt-Z. I don't know why it's... I do this literally every day. Not every day. We can do, like, a 1-point perspective. I think this is kind of lame, though. I agree. Because it feels flat, and we need action. We need variety. We need 2 things, 2-point perspective, maybe even 3-point perspective, but we're not that crazy. Using multiple layers, you could probably just color code the layers and separate the furniture into different layers. That will be. We're not even at the furniture part yet. We're not even at the part where we're putting walls on yet. Start thinking about wallpaper, by the way. And stand in the void. Searcher, welcome to the new Zatsu screen. This will annoy mostly everyone because it's very bright, though. Can we make the room a Mobius strip? So what? So how do we? So Service Crew, you and I are sitting on here, and then it goes like that, and then like you have the other one going like here, and then at some point. It's really hard to do, actually. Look, Huey, I am a interior designer, not a mathematician right now. What do you think my degree's in? That's right, flight sciences. Neither of those things. 4-point perspective. Is such a thing exist, actually? I know it does, actually, because I've seen multiple point perspectives. My brain can't understand how it exists, though. And I think part of this should be not breaking my brain this early. Tap down view first to get the furniture layout. That's why I do. Ooh, doing that. Ooh. So in that case, seriously, we're gonna take a bird's eye view. That's actually not a bad idea, thinking about it in a way. But I think it's more interesting if we build on immediately. So as good of an idea as that is, because we can do like. Because, yeah, it'd be very simple to just be like, search group, here's our room, here's me, here's the computer, and then here's, like, my bed, because I see a lot of those, and then we see, like, here's my little nightstand table with a lamp on it, here's a window, here's a door that opens up this way, here's a desk of drawers, I don't know what they look like, here's a cat bed for spare parts. Here is that giant statue I won from fishing. Really, really good that one time. Here is that dragon that I don't tell you guys about. He's really cool, though. Like, we're not gonna do that, because I think it's more important that we work with what we have. And what we have right now is this beautiful perspective that we're immediately going with. Because this will tell us exactly what we have to work with, right? Let me consult my court Tiangxi for the feng shui. Please do. We need more Tiangxi in here. Need to position the desk like a maniac for someone else. So, with this as our perspective, because this is what our life looks like now in 2-point perspective. What do people have in their rooms, right? What do people have on their walls? What do people have in their rooms? Because we can settle on this. I've settled on this. This is what my new room looks like. And also, what do the walls and floors look like? Because right now, in most of the hangar, they're all this like blase gray color. I think it might be the gray color I currently have on my thing. But let's find out. I don't know what I just filled in the layer of. There we go. This is just white, I think, actually. We can change the color. We can make it a nice blue, scarf blue. Ooh. That'd be bad though, because then like you would think I'm like headless because like my scarf would blend in. You'd be like, wow, Ace's floating head is looking really nice this time of year. We don't want to do that though. That'd be insane. We just made the walls like the white padded walls and not let Ace have any furniture. So what you're saying is make a trampoline room, may you? I like that. Because what it could be is then that service crew, you would just see all of these padded walls here. Just all of these bad boys. Times ad infinitum. And then like we could just like bounce, like we could come into the Zatsu room and we could just like bounce on them like a ferret on a trampoline, right? How far in the brush tool do you think I have to go back? Perfect. So here's a fun fact, by the way. Photoshop has layers. We should probably use those. Had a room for spare parts to scratch on. Oh, I like it. I like it. See, it has multiple purposes. But how do I get to show off my swag in that case? What's up, Nukiasha? Welcome in. The blue is a little darker for this than the blue on the scarf, but like, if you squint hard enough. Layers like onions, exactly. So you're saying like a dark oniony color, because we need dark colors to not hurt Gabriel's eyes. We want oniony colors to really show the earth of the world, right? Maybe something like that is way too dark. That is not like a nice. We should probably like have. Hold on. There we go. And then what we can also do is we're gonna zoom in over here in the thing that you guys can't see right now, and we're just gonna. I know that layer's hidden. Quiet. We're gonna do that. We're gonna also do that. There we go. So we can go under this layer. There we go. We're understanding the rules that we know our tools now. Okay. So what are we looking at? I think for the ground floor, for like the floor, it should be just like a nice little gray, right? I got sample all layers. There we go. That's better. See the question, I guess. So true. This is the Zatsu room. But is the Zatsu room, the new Zatsu room, supposed to be more representative of the interior livable parts of the hangar? Or is it supposed to be more like the exterior, well, hold on, the interior living parts of the hangar, or is it more supposed to be like the rougher and tumbler parts of the hangar, right? That's a legitimate question. The blue looked like a fish tank. Would you still love me if I was a fish? Cold is my soul. Void of all life and luminance. Welcome to my sensible retinas. Just a nice little like. So you're welcome to this. I'm just like an Omori now. Actually, if we were to do something like that, I do like that the way that this works out is that it does have the little white line there. But I actually really like how this looks a little bit. Is this what like the basement looks like to you guys? Then we just throw in a few of just a few little like these and these and these. Here, brighten this place up again. I'm thinking like we either want like some darker-ish color for the floor down here. Like we do something like that. And then the question is, do we want because in the current Zatsu room, we have a bit of a brown color on the walls, right? And then ceiling, I don't know, what color are ceilings? Typically like white, because people don't usually paint ceilings, but if they do, it's usually white or it's an off-white color. So something like that as well. What are the 7 different types of ways you can paint a room to make it look bigger or whatever? Because we can also do like different colors on it where only one wall is painted one thing. And then it's like, oh, well, that makes the room look larger, look smaller. Welcome in, Ben. Happy Thursday. Because if you think about it, the majority of what we have going on right now is either, like, we have to think what would exist, what would legitimately exist in the hangar is the important part, right? Do we have those plastic chairs in the corner? Yes. Of course. Virgil plastic chair. We just got to get one of these bad boys. Oh, here's the fun part of getting PNGs on stream, of getting PNGs in current year at all, honestly, is that they're all on, like, PNG websites that you have to, like, apparently pay for. What have you created, Arctic? Hold on a second. So all we have to do then is we can throw in they're just standing over there. Put them down to like size a little bit. There we go. So we have our little Blair Witch in the corner. There's a really cool aquarium velvet room concept that was considered for Persona 5. Cool. Before we talking hardwood, tile, concrete. I'm really glad actually that the cat pat also works. I didn't notice that earlier when Via did it, if it worked or not. I assumed it didn't. I'm glad that does. Thank you, Nukashi. And thank you earlier, Via. So they're in the timeout corner right now, being Blair Witched right now. But yes, Asma, that is a legitimately good question. Is that, yeah, what are we talking? We're talking hardware, tile, or concrete. The question I think goes back to where in the hangar is this located, right? Where do we have Halloween party? Sorry, screw. Here's our fake, not fake, our totally real hangar map. Why is this not loading in? Oh, because I need to. There we go. So we had a hangar map during the Halloween stream. This is not fully up to code, but it looked something like this, right? Where you had in order, off the top of my head, you have, this is the hangar proper, right? This is where the plane is. Hold on. I can write. This is the plane. And hangar stuff. This is the hall with the basement in it. That's basement hall. This is the nurse's office. This is the meeting room. This is the break room. This is, I think this one is the archives. This is my office. These are both dorms. This is storage. This is electrical. This is the locker room. right? So theoretically, the room we're in right now, actually, these two might be swapped. I actually don't remember what the order is. Sorry, I never pay attention. My head is always in the clouds, so I'm not really paying attention which door I usually walk into, which probably is a larger issue, but that's not important now. Theoretically, though, where we're going to be streaming from the Zatsu is going to be in the office, right? Because that's where my computer is, and that's like where else would I stream from, obviously. The only other place theoretically is if we wanted to do our check-ins, right? Because you can consider our Zatsu streams. You can consider our Zatsu streams kind of like our stand-ups, right? If you've ever been in the corporate world before, you have your weekly stand-ups where you go and you sit with your teammates for like 15 minutes to half an hour, and you just say what you're doing. That's effectively what a Zatsu is, except I tell you guys what I'm doing, specifically like what anime I'm watching, like Apothecary Diaries, which we've finished, right? I talked about, actually, did I talk about that? On Tuesday, I like fully crashed out, or not crashed out, but I was like, I fell asleep, took the day off, I finished Apothecary Diaries. It was fantastic. At the same time, it was also insane because it got really into the weeds of like Chinese political marriages and such, and I was a little bit lost in it, but like at the end of the day, it was cute. Except for the part where obviously there was the war, but so the question is, where do we have our stand-ups, right? Do we have them in the office or do we have them in the hangar? Or do we have them in like the meeting room? Don't have them in the reading. That's lame. We're saving the meeting room for later. This is for like important meetings. Our Zatsus are not important meetings. Unironically, yeah, that's I think the best way to put it, Gabriel, is that Apothecary Diaries at certain points does just feel like you're just in ancient Chinese like concubine gossip, and it's kind of insane, but it kind of hits sometimes. Wait, I just realized what you guys have been doing over there. Hold on a second. Save image. Cirrus crew back more. Hold on, we can fix this. Cirrus crew, I would never deny you your ability to have a. Whoa, you're not supposed to go over there. You're supposed to be over here on this one. There we go. I would never deny your ability to have a nice posterior. Here, kill this faker. There you go, service crew. I respect it. I see you guys also hit the glute machine at the new gym. So this is a hangar, right? That is correct, Kiwi. And the question is, do we want to make the Zatsu room as part of the office, like an interior design area, where it's like, because you, like, real talk, right? We want one of two things, right? We want a Zatsu stream room design thing, which is either in a living space or a working space. And so like we could do something as simple as where is it? How do I pull this up? Oh no, not spare parts. As simple as, I don't know how to grab this actually. How do I, hold on, order, transform, fit to screen. There we go. We can have just something as simple as this, right? With our cheesy poster, right? Like, was it as simple as we made the Peak design back for Halloween? But like, if it's this simple, like, yeah, how do we update our feng shui? And also, how do we make it so it's not at a lame one point perspective angle? That's easy and it's cheap to draw, and you can do like 20 of these in a night. Not that I would know anything about drawing 20 like backgrounds in a night for a bit. No, I didn't do that. But that's not a bad idea if we want to go for less of the interior design. Because right now, hold on, pull back up the. This might hurt your eyes. That's your warning. Pull back up the green screen. This is what the current Zatsu room looks like, right? Where it's very interior. It's very much like we're in an interior room, like we're in the office, or we're in like an interior room, possibly like in a break room or something like that. But is that like, is that good? Do you understand? Do you wakaru? Okay. And then there we go. Turn on the green screen. Changchi says you need a better window. That's true. Do you have windows in a hangar, though? Like, in the actual hangar? In our hangar, yeah. We can, like, just punch a hole in the wall, honestly. Yeah, we can do that. You! You successfully made me blush in embarrassment for remembering that part. Frick. So you want to do 0 point perspective. How do you use 0 point perspective? Would just be completely flat, right? That'd be some line, oh god, what is it? Search for what's my favorite book that I read in middle school? Flatland. That'd be some Flatland stuff right there. I don't know what 0 point is 0 points perspective what Dolly was talking about that earlier, where it's like doing a top-down view. Basically, like 0 point perspective is kind of what this thing is, like top down, right? 9 perspective, 9 person, 9 door. Good lord. How many wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's more than 9. We're fine. Okay, so I do kind of like that idea of it being in the hangar itself, being in the this-ish area. So we can like work with this and go from there, right? Because like, yeah, where would you guys want to have your weekly stand-ups, your weekly huddles, right? Have them in the hangar because that's where you guys are working most of the time, right? Like here's your everyday like let's imagine everyday life of me fighting Pilot Extraordinary Ace Windfall and you service crew mob A through Z. What's up, Vortis? Welcome on in. Vortis, what's your life of the hangar like? Is it something like this where I don't even know where I'm drawing anymore. like okay, so you wake up, right? It's I don't know when you guys wake up, between 5 a.m. and 10 a.m. To 2 a.m. to 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. You guys wake up at some point in time. I don't know. You guys have staggered shifts. You guys start at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. There we go. You wake up at 8 Central Standard Time. You're in the dorms, right? You're over here in the dorms. We gotta switch our color. We're gonna switch to Ace Blue, or close to Ace Blue. And by close to Ace 2, I mean AACCE. We're gonna use Ace Blue. So search screen. Common day in the hangar, right? You don't wake up at 8 o'clock because we stream at 8 o'clock. What is effectively our huddle, our sit down, our stand up at 8 o'clock. So you guys wake up at a prompt 7:50 in your dorms, either here or here, right? You then go from these two areas. You go and you change in the locker room. Do your business. Maybe you take a shower. Maybe you wake up early. You get a better shower. Maybe if you're insane, you go also here. You go to the break room. You can get your lunch, right? You wake up. You do your morning stuff, and then you go over here, right? That would make sense. That makes sense. We're doing our little bits in the hangar. We come in. This is where all the fun happens, right? From there. You might have to go to the basement. You might have to go to the nurse's office after the basement. You might have to go back in the basement after the nurse's office, and then back to the nurse's office after the basement. Then you go to the meeting room to have a meeting about why you're going to the basement so often. Then you go back to the hangar. We wrap the stream up. Then you guys get to go back to the locker room, change into your civvy clothes, and then like I don't know, maybe you guys go out and like have a drink at a bar or something like that. Don't go in the archives. I guess you can, but like there's no really reason it's for archival purposes more than like for hanging out. But I get it. So yeah, hangar. Correct. That's what we're doing. So in our hangar design, cut all the colors. If we're using the hangar as our design, you would think that the floor would be like a concrete color. So using a gray. And then like, would this just all be concrete? No, it wouldn't. I mean, it could be, but like, would there be different colors? Would we paint a little bit darker or a little bit lighter? I wake up, I go back to sleep. I wake up, I lay in bed for a while. Kinda real, honestly. I wake up, I snooze my alarm. I wake up, I snooze my alarm. I wake up, I look at my phone for 15 minutes. I snooze my alarm. And then I get up and take a shower. kind of real for that one. 0 point perspective would be like a telecentric lens. Yes. I'm saying that with full confidence, even though I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Isometric doesn't use vanishing points. That's true. I know what isometric is. Because again, not to brag, I took a drafting class before. Isometric, I might be wrong on this. Isometric is like when you have like a... Hold on, where's my thing at? Is isometric the one where you have like a cute... Where do you draw with this thing? Oh, I was drawing gray on the the background. That's why it wasn't showing up. Like isometric would be like you have an object that looks like this, and then you have another view that looks like this, and then you would have another view that looks like this. And the idea is that those are all the same things from different things. Is that isometric? I don't remember. It's been a decade. That's a thing you can do though. That has nothing to do with drafting right now. So get it. I can't delete it. If I delete it, it will also delete my favorite service crew in the corner over there. So we can grab it like this. Delete that. There we go. User layer service crew. I'm not doing that right now, but you should use it in the future. Now we're using layers. Ace, can we live inside an endless fractal? That we have room for everyone. We already have room for everyone. Are you telling me that all of you can't currently fit in this beautiful mess of a hangar? The dorms can probably fit like what? 10 people at a time each, so 20 people total. You have like maybe 10 to 20 people working at any given time. 40 seems about appropriate for everyone of all time currently. And if not, then that's what we're here for, right, Gabriel? We're here to design a new room, which might also just be the hangar itself. Easy. Get rid of this right now. By the way, I just want to point out, I currently have this service crew member, this one right here. I have him full screened on my vertical monitor because that's where Discord is, and I had to full screen it to copy it over. So every time I just look over to my right, I'm just greeted with this. So let me minimize that real quick. It's like my buff woman, so I try to flirt after doing my mechanic work. You head out, you do your mechanic work. Mechanic work makes you a buff woman, so it all works out in the end. With N+2 service crew. Just keep adding more and more and more. I made 2 posts, but I may have to go soon. Is it okay if I drop it in the stream chat? Yes, Arctic, of course. Please do. And as such, good point. We also have at least our one poster that we already have, right? Locations. Where did I save this, actually? Items? No. Service crew. No. Where's my spare parts poster? Is it under pictures? Sorcerer, where did I save my spare parts poster from forever ago? I have one labeled Frostpunk. It's empty. I assume Frostpunk the game made that folder for me at some point. No. S. Sand Reckoned. Star Trek Devil in the Dark. Lesson for the Successor. That's an Arknights event. Where did I put that poster at? So sure, if you guys were a poster that I made circa 7 to 8 months ago, where would you put it? I had to have given that to someone. I swear I shared it on Discord at one point as well. So it has to be saved somewhere, but where? Mine? No. This is unfortunate. Oh! We can do it. Don't forget you're here forever. Why is Garfield there? I do like this one though. You couldn't get spare parts. So you had to get Garfield as the stand-in for spare parts for that one. Wait, hold on. What did that just save as? Excuse me. Is Discord saving things as WebPs now? What? Oh, this is messed up. Oh, that's I don't like that. My Photoshop that I stole doesn't use WebPs yet. New. Paste. How do I, and then yes, Ben, thank you. I found it. Thank you, Ben. I mean, Ben found it, but why is it a WebP? Why are you saving it as WebPs? I swear, I know for a fact that was not a WebP that Ben linked me. Can I type in poster.png? This content is no longer available. That's a bloody lie. Not gonna lie, I have a lot of personal space. Well, luckily you don't have to stay at the hangar. You can go and like go home at the end of the night. The dorms are there like in case you get like too drunk at the holiday party and you have to stay at the dorm. You can put up little cubicle walls. My brain hurts looking at this map. I mean, it's really simple. Look at it. You only have like yeah, exactly. Some people might commute. Thank you, Mayu. Suddenly everything's on fire again. Nothing's ever been on fire for longer than is like socially unacceptable. The secret den. Wait, hold on. There's no secret den on this. Fortis must be joking. Seems like hangar is lacking in sand. There is not a lot of sand to reckon right now. A server where I usually paste everything I like, mine usually save as PNGs. I don't know why it's happening like that. That's so messed up. Wonder if the father WebP cries in the shower. Oh, honestly, I have a lot of respect for the father of the WebP. I don't have respect for the things that haven't fully integrated WebP yet. Which there are only like a few of them left. But like they're all things that I use right now. Because the WebP is supposedly and also probably a true and actually better source format or image format, right? Like it's no shade on the man who made it, because like he was doing what is objectively a good thing for everything. The bad thing is that not a lot of things recognize WebPs yet. More and more do, but I'm using a very old version of Photoshop that it doesn't still. The good news though is we have this fit with the black background from my beautiful little WebP here. We can just put that right. There you go. And then we also have save image. If I just save the image, why is it saving as a WebP? If I just save it as a, wait, poster WebP already exists. Wait, did I call it? Hold on. What would I have called it? Locations, post. Old? It's not under old. Ben, how did I get you that image? Literally, where did I put that image at? That's so messed up that you have that, and I don't know where I got mine from originally. So, if we go to poster.webp, can I just put this into... Could not complete your request because it's not the right kind of document. Yeah, 2014 Photoshop does not work. It's okay. What we can do is we can open link. We can copy image. No, yeah, copy image. There we go. Then we can go over here. We can paste image. Perfect. We can just delete that part. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at that. So we have our posters here. So your Backmore is destroying reality. Adios, by the way, Arctic. Good luck down there. I'm sorry that the sound effects are not turned on right now, so I didn't notice that. Thank you for your good work, service crew. Can you convert it by renaming the extension? I don't know if you can do it by renaming the extension after it's saved. Some of them will allow you to, some don't. I tried messing with the, yeah, try it. Doesn't work, okay. Some of them do that, it doesn't look like that one would. And I tried messing with it on the URL itself when you open the image. I just wanted to mess with that for like a second. I couldn't do it immediately. You might be able to like do it if you like take more time and look at the URL a little bit more specifically, but doesn't matter. We have our posters in here. That's the important thing. Okay. So, Yes, Sultari. Welcome on in, by the way. We're designing a new our new location for our stand-ups, our huddles, our Zatsus as they call it. We want a new location that we can chit chat in. And so currently, after 48 minutes, 45 minutes, the first 3 minutes were loading screen. After 45 beautiful minutes, we have a man with a large posterior, a service crew with large posterior. I believe that's service crew sweat, so that's why I assumed man. But a service crew with large posterior. We have 2 posters, and we have a beautiful 2-point perspective. Got a Firefox engine that converts from WebP to PNG. Wait, Almina, unrelated to anything at all. Can you just like link that if you have it into the Discord for me for later on? Because I might just want that for my own personal use. Thank you. There's some transparency checkerboard. There's also a thing. Speaking of transparency checkerboard, aka things you can see through, we need a window, right? So sure, what kind of window are we looking for? Are we looking for a oopsies? There we go. What kind of window are we looking for? Do windows exist? Yes, because this is gonna be like if you need to like orient yourself using this, presumably what we're looking at right now. Here we can even. I'm gonna leave it as is. Actually, it's funnier that way. So if you look at where we are right now, we're actually probably here. I'll use green. So this is probably like, this is the service crew in the corner, this little green dot here. We are currently, the camera view is currently like this. Right? This feels like it. So you could put like a window here in this corner, I would imagine, right? Like it's far enough back. You wouldn't want windows near like the front because obviously this is a giant door and like I guess you could put a window here. That's not important though. The important thing is like the door is not in shot. So, you know, we're over here in this corner. Possibly this corner, but more than likely this corner. Because that's where we can just like do things. We can just set things up, right? Because you have to have clearance. You have to have a lot of clearance for this area, I'd imagine, right? You have some clearance here. But like back here is where you can just like throw stuff and we can just sit and talk. Yeah, yeah. A window into the soul. We already have visuals for the hangar, thank you. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it would be nice to have more. Sometimes things have multiple motives, Gabriel. Very astute of you. But yeah, so we have our beautiful 2-point perspective. We have what else do we need in here? Like perspective warping on the posters and making them match the wall's perspective. So the hangar is non-Euclidean structure. What would ever make you think that this hangar with a supposedly mystical basement is a non-Euclidean structure, Dolly? Everything about this hangar is purely standard and Euclidean. You could do something like this to make the posters match a little bit better. What? There we go, something like that. That helps. Yeah, it works a little bit. The other one's gonna be a little bit harder. I don't know how Photoshop works. There we go. Look at this bad boy. Yeah, careful there. Okay, so we got our little posters up. We want a window. Probably here. Well, think about it. We'd be sitting like this, right? Service crew. A lava lamp? What we need a table then for a lava lamp. Will we put it over here? Was this hold on, wait a minute, I just realized. Service crew, I didn't realize that you guys had the ability to, I don't know when this happened, but you guys are, is that That's what you were talking about, Wisteria! Oh my god, I didn't realize that's what you were talking about. And when you said that, I was like, what do you... Ah, I see. This... we painted around him. And so then, when he left, you can see where the paint was. So, yeah, he got raptured. Don't worry about him. Service crew D for Dumpy. Service crew D is currently away right now, but he'll be back. So, we need a table then. We can put it in for right now. We can put in. So, like, think about this. We're gonna have like the main things you would probably want in something like this. We have you guys down here. We got me guys up here. Theoretically, actually, like, you would have, like, because you guys are talking, right? And then sometimes your words are magic, and sometimes they, like, appear into text form, like they're doing right there right now. But, like, sometimes they appear in text form right above your head, so we would want, like, space here, right? We can move it a little bit over, but, like, depending on how we did it, we wouldn't want, like, things to be in this area. So we can move this poster this way if we need to. So, like, a window here? Maybe a window over here instead of this poster. Maybe we can move the poster. Or we could probably just put the window here. That's fine. Like, it's big enough, I think, actually. Just one nice little window. We can put a little, put, like, tables and stuff over here. We could put our little lava lamp on this table, right? Because they're not just tables, actually. They'd be tables slash, tool chests, right? Because obviously we need tool chests and hangers. We don't just need random tables. We can have tables. We can have things we can put things on while also doing things to help you guys out. Service crew masking tape. With this strangely shaped big dumpy person hole. We miss Service crew D. We don't know where he is, but we'll find him. And by we, I mean you guys will find him. A board like a glass board for chat. Ooh, a glass board for chat. What is a glass board? Like, I'm thinking like a board, like I know what a cork board is, but... Or when you say a glass board, do you mean like a transparent one as opposed to what we have right now? Oh, I'm looking at what a glass... Oh! Like a whiteboard or something similar to that, I see. So doing something like, this is going to be pulling in a different thing. Like a little stand-up whiteboard, I like that actually. Where is my, go here, go here, go here, go, where is it? Like in the meeting room, right? We had this whiteboard over here, but like one of those ones that you can like move around, right? So we could have something like that. I like that's not bad. If we want to make it a physical object. This wouldn't work for this room, but idea. Visible stairwell down to the dark basement, and chat is in the void. Because it's just like me. I'm just at the top of the stairs, just being like, "Hey, service crew, how are you guys?" And then it's just, help. Just like chat just is going by in the void. We should have a bench with or without a table for us to sit on instead of sitting on the floor. I mean, I think you guys are standing right now, actually, mate. You guys aren't sitting on the floor. It's just that I'm much taller than you are. Because if we look at it... Here, let's have the camera shift down. By have the camera shift down, I mean let's all shift ourselves up magically. Like, they're all just like... We're all just like... You guys are really short, right? Don't pay attention to anything else you just saw. Like, it's that we're just standing up, as you guys are just really, really short. This is literally, like, this is the prime example of, 6 foot 0 inch, 5 foot 11. Not to brag or anything, but... Standing in a hole in the floor that hasn't been fixed! Look. You guys said you like the hole in the floor, so if you guys want to fix the hole in the floor, that's on you guys. You're right, by the way, Kiwi. Well, Kiwi, because what happened, two things happened, Kiwi. I said that was a good idea, and then I looked for it, and then all I saw were the PNGs that had the checkerboard background, and then I got distracted with something else. Hold on. Save him, Jazz. Oh, that actually saves as a PNG. Why? I don't understand how Discord works anymore, man. Share.png. Hold on. This isn't a plastic one, but we have one of these bad boys. Put this over here. Smart object see rasterize worth proceeding. Rasterize it then. Dummy, come on. We can put that little chair there, so when you guys are done, when you guys are like tired of doing our stand-up, we can have our sit-down instead. To be used in universities and research centers. We were in previous message. I'm trying to get this renovation approved by City Hall. What was your previous message, Gabriel? Forgot Thanos staff. That is not your previous message. Also, there should be a poster with the map of the hangar. Safety lights, too, and a fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher actually is not a bad idea. That's actually a really good one for showing that we're safety-oriented here. The map of the hangar, I don't think we can legally show on stream outside of me showing it on stream. Because it's one of those things where this could be privy information, right? This could be really important information, and we don't just want anyone willy-nilly seeing this out here, right? So this is a special stream. It's only us here today, right? I checked everyone's IDs before they got in here to make sure you guys are certified official service crew members. If anyone comes in on their first time chatter, we have to assimilate them. I don't know what that means. We'll figure that one out when it happens. But until then, right now, this is confidential information. We can't just be leaking this information out. So that's why like we can show it here, but we're not going to show it all the time. But I do like the fire extinguisher idea. We can put one down over in one of the corners with like the other tools and such, right? Because there should probably be at least 2 fire extinguishers in the overall hangar, right? Which means like one would be like down here and one would be up here. Service crew, learn where your PPE and learn where your safety equipment is. You know where the eye wash showers are? Do you know where the full shower is for when you get like covered in oil or whatever? They're over in this corner. That's where the eye wash and that's where the full body shower is. You can pull down that chain lever and it will like push a lot of water on you, and there's a drain in the floor that will like drain the water. If you got engine oil in your eye, you go over here, you flip open it. You hit the lever with your elbow, and then it shoots water out at insane speeds in your eyeballs to flush them out. It's really important sometimes that if you guys are working with something dangerous, make sure you're using your PPE, your goggles, your gloves, your hats, your coveralls. Remember, Carol didn't wear her PPE. Now Carol can't see, or whatever that poster from like high school science class was. Luckily, none of you have had pressure washer to the eyeball, as far as I'm aware. And I should be looking at like some of the like safety requests that go through here. So in case like, oh, I drew on the. But yeah, we can put a fire extinguisher over here because that's smart. We need that. Give us the chair, not some fancy stuff like that. I don't know where you can get. Someone find me if you guys can find me a PNG of a plastic white lawn. Yes. I thought Arctic had to die. Beautiful, and it's a PNG. Arctic from beyond the grave. There we go. There. This actually works in this corner. Oh, I did that because I paid paint.net. It was a real link. Wait, I'm pretty sure paint.net is just an actual site though. Like, I knew you did that, but I thought you actually like had to like go. My bad. There we go. There's the chair. So we got Virgil's chair. We got that in auction, Almina. It cost us $50,000 for this chair. They said it was Virgil's chair, so I made sure to buy it just for us because I know you guys are big DMC heads. I know what you're saying, Ace. You could use that money for something else, but like, how many of these one-of-a-kind chairs do you think exist in the world? Not a lot, let me tell you. So we have that. We want we'll want again. Back on our point though. To right this boat back on shore. And by shore I mean you don't want boats on shore actually. Back on track. But like whatever the sea version of track is. We want like we could put some. Why can I click? Oh, because I'm on the chair as the layer. We're gonna want some like some cabinets, right? We can do something like Or not counters, but like tool chests. You can do something like a tool chest here. Little wheels on it. Got like the... Maybe it has double drawers here and here. And it's got the big fat doors down here. Right, maybe we get another one over here in this corner as well. And that's where we can like put our little knickknacks on it, right? We can put our lava lamps, we can put our wrenches, we can put what else can we put? What else do I have? I can put my little combo wrecker coin. I can put my Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch. Like we can use them as tool chests, but also as show-off points, as they are called. What's up, Herman? I got you Thursday. Welcome in. We're currently in the process of designing. We have another one here, right? The wheel here. I think it would just be like this. Perspective is hard. And then, no, actually, that'd be a full one. We would copy the other one as well, so it'd be like, the first two are like the thin ones up here. Then we have two like this, and then you have the big fat boys down here. Because the idea is you have your thinner tools up top, and then in the bottom you can have like your big bulky things. With a little chair right between them. Because then you can sit down, it's like, oh, like you're going over here, right? Service crew is going over here. They grab the tools from this chest. And then they walk over and they sit in the chair. And then once they're done in the chair, then they can go over this chest, right? Because the distance between those chests is really tough for you guys. So we can do that. What's going to go back here behind you guys, though? When we boat related, it's what they call a not a pun. It's an analogy. It's a metaphor. When the future civilization studies us, they may or may not find fragments of components of our society. They'll for sure find a chair like this one. They'll find a lot of these chairs. They're made of plastic. These things don't melt, baby. We have that. We're gonna want, we can put our fire extinguisher back here as well. Right, we can mount it on the wall, like right here. Can you even see this? Yeah, you can. Nice. We put a little fire extinguisher. This is an ABC fire extinguisher. That means it's like good for most things, but I don't know what things we necessarily need in the hangar. I don't know. I'm not the safety guy here. You guys are. Someone in here has to be the safety guy. I'm pretty sure it's Vortis. We have that. We're gonna want our window. We can put it right here, right above this one, right? Because the idea is like, oh, you're getting your tools out, and then while you're doing that, you can also see the beautiful sunlight. Maybe a little bit higher, just a tiny little bit higher. Something like That's not higher necessarily, that's just bigger, but like, yeah, maybe something like that. Something that goes like close to the top. Need a pegboard and a mysterious liquid bucket. Ooh. I do like the idea of a pegboard a little bit. Because it does make sense. Like, you would have a pegboard that you can do your 5S with. Right. That's where you have like the little outlines of your equipment on your things. The bucket's important. Because the bucket has that's the alternative to the shower. Is that if you get caught on fire, you can throw the bucket at them. First, put the fire extinguisher on the other side of the window. Put in the corner to make it hard to reach. Ooh, that is a good point. Look at you, Almina. You understand safety. Someone's eyeing up second in command of safety here. I assume this is on its own layer. It is! Look at that. We can put it over by the... We can put it like over here, just off to the side. Oh, hold on. I'm zoomed in more than I thought on this. Put this off to the side. Put it over, like, we can put it on the... No, you shouldn't put it on the floor. You should put it at, like waist level so someone can, like, grab it. This is a temporary placement. We'll work with this as we do. It was at Rue. Happy Thursday, welcome in. Perfect, Rue. Not to brag, but I too have also read the Wikipedia article for interior design. Is the black square the pegboard? The black square was gonna be the window. But do we need a window? Or would we rather have a pegboard? Service crew, this is mostly where you guys exist in. I only come here to talk with you guys. Do you guys want sunlight? Or do you guys want to have a pegboard? What's more important for you guys? In fact, I like this idea. Service crew, I'm gonna give you guys a poll. I'm gonna ask you, do you guys want a sunlight or a pegboard? You only get one choice. And I know what you're saying, like, man, you could do so many things with a pegboard. You could, like, put tools on it. You could, like, put other tools on it. And, like, other you're saying, like, oh, but a window is, like, sunlight. And, like, we could, like, have plants in the hanger and they could grow. And we could, like, get vitamin D. And we can get, like, the beauty of the outdoors because there's, like, nature out there. It's actually very green because we're out in, like, the middle of nowhere with this hanger. Like, we're basically in the middle of a forest for the most part, so you can, like, look outside and it's beautiful. There's the blue sun up there. The blue sun. New lore just dropped. There's the blue sky up there with the beautiful yellow sun up there, the traditional non-weird yellow sun up there, or tools on it. Like, don't forget about that. Tools? Like, think about all the wrenches you guys go through on your daily basis. Like, you could have, like, 3 of those things up there. How about glass blocks along the height of the ceiling? Ooh! Ben is an actual architect, by the way. That's... Ben, correct answer. So we get to... This large one's a pegboard, and then you guys get a little bit of, like, slivers of light. Because I think sunlight is really important for you guys. Sunlight's dangerous. I would like sunlight. But oh, Ben, I like that. We can make smaller windows along the top because people love pegging in here. They love pegboards in here. Sorry. I think it makes sense considering a tool cupboard is under it. Exactly. Yeah. We should have workshop basement style window. What's a... Oh, is that... Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what Ben was saying. Yes. Blue sun over paradise. Is this Earth? Yes, it's Earth. Of course it's Earth. Ace accidentally exposing that he hasn't gone outside so long and he forgot the color of the sun. I go outside. Look at me. I'm not pale. I might burn easily, but that's just because I'm weak. But I'm not that weak, obviously. You could do both. Window on the left, pegboard around where that pegboard around where the hang in there poster is. Never. Rue, this is a structural poster. We can't move this hang in there poster. We're basement divers. No need for sunlight. The sun is a deadly laser. Can the small basement window have bars in it? No, we're not putting bars on the windows. You guys aren't trapped here. All right. Put the poster on the pegboard. Well, I do. That's actually a pretty funny one. I like that, Rue. Like, because in my head, like, the pegboard is, like, where you put your tools on, and they'll have, like, the outlines of what tool goes there. But I like the idea of, like, a pegboard that also has, like, a spot for a poster. And, like, if you take the poster off, there's just a square where the poster should be. Okay, hold on. So, I like it, though. Through democracy... We've found out the correct answer. This was all on one layer. Service crew, note to self. If you draw on stream, make sure you pay attention, because I don't pay attention. So I'm going to end up putting everything on one layer, which is not good. Luckily, we're not actually drawing on stream. Instead, we're interior designing on stream. It's much cooler. Take that, artists. All right, so we can do... along the top, you get these little like basement windows, these little like light shafts. That's where like the sun can come in. So what we can do is we add a little layer here. We do where's blue? Where's a nice color blue? Yeah, look at that. Look at that beautiful blue sky up there. Sir, what's Sans Undertale say? Beautiful day. Kids like Service Crew like you should be staying inside or something. Draw. I don't know what he says. He says something about the blue sky. I don't know. Then you have your little yellow sun over here as well, just peeking out. Okay, it shouldn't be cutting through that, but like the razor shining in. A mini fridge? Mini fridge? Ooh. Sorcery, I don't think you should have food or drink in the hangar itself. The food and drink should be only in the break room, clearly labeled on the map right here. The more we actually add to the thing we're drawing right now, the more convoluted, not that this wasn't already convoluted, but the more convoluted this scene ends up becoming. But clearly, in the clearly marked break room, that's where your mini fridge is. And by mini fridge, I mean a large fridge. Unless you want a cardboard mini fridge, but I think it gets a little bit too complicated because that's related to a bit that isn't even from us. But I would admit, if we did do that, it would be kind of funny. Just putting a small cardboard mini fridge that you could see in the corner. I'm not gonna lie, would be very funny. I would feel bad though, because that's fully taking something that is not an original joke to us. Is the sky blue considering our sun is already blue? No, the sun is not blue. The sun is normal. This is a normal window to the normal outside world up here. This is not a spatial window. This is not like a VR window that's like fake. This is not like at a Disney experience where these are all like fake things and these are actually LCD monitors and the actual outside world is a cruel in a hospital planet. No, these are normal windows. Why would you think there were anything else? That's true though. Unrelated to the windows, we need our pegboard. I'm gonna remove the sunray lights because we don't actually need those for our purposes. That was just for demonstrational purposes. For sun is blue, we should maybe avoid sunlight since it's probably highly radioactive. The sun is clearly yellow. The sky is blue. You shouldn't, but come on. In reality, there's always food and drinks in workplaces. I'm not going to stop you guys from bringing your food and drinks in, but at the very least, we know that we shouldn't have mini fridges in here because I don't know seriously, what's the governing body for hangars? Do we report to anyone? Has anyone inspected us at all? Are we just holding ourselves accountable? Who did that? Where did I find this place? The liquor hidden beneath my pillow. If it's underneath your pillow, Vortis, that's fine. That's in the dorm, as evidenced on the map right here. And in the dorm, I don't care what you guys are doing, as long as it's like not illegal or not like bad illegal. You can do some illegal things because some illegal things like I don't know, like you can jaywalk. Like it doesn't really hurt anyone. That's technically illegal, but like I'm okay with that, right? It's just crayon drawn on the wall, which you're gonna have to be a lot more specific with that one, Arctic. Oh, you mean like up here? I was like, technically this is all crayon just drawn on the wall. But yeah, like what if like one of you guys was just like, oh, we gotta escape, and you guys just like run up there and it's just crayon drawn on the wall. What is that from? That's oh my god, Arctic, that's I don't know if you're making a reference, but that's in the movie Split. In the movie Split, there's a bit where it's talking about like, yeah, I got a window in my room, and the girl like is finally able to like convince the dude to take her to his room, and she gets there and it's not like an actual window, it's literally a drawing of a window that he drew for himself. Ooh, unrelated. Split's a fun movie. You guys should go watch it. Can we have a little poster below the other poster with how to build a plane and the instructor just shitty crayon drawings? Oh, I actually like that. I need to write. I'm writing that one down. I don't know if I can. Hold on. I need to write it down. I have a tablet here. We're smart. We know how to use tools. But it'd be like it'd be like one of those little it'd be a little thing like that, and it'd be a little chain, and it'd be like a book that's hanging like there, like a little guide, right? How to plane. I don't know. I'm very zoomed out to make this work. This is actually a very messed up setup. I have my giant tablet, but the thing I'm drawing on is a 1080p image to make the fidelity look fine. And so actually on this giant tablet, the actual drawing space is actually like a fourth of the actual tablet space. Don't worry, it's working out perfectly though. Should make a lore doc. There's already bits and pieces. I like it though. Ace, is the sun not actually yellow? The sun is clearly yellow, Dolly. Look at the sun. Look at this beautiful sun up here. Would I ever lie to you guys about the sun specifically? The TSA? That TSA is for like public air travel, not for whatever the hell we're doing down here. For like mechanicalness. How can the TSA care about what we're doing? We don't even fly over here. We're a PMC. I don't think we're a PMC. I don't. You guys don't have weapons. You guys shouldn't have weapons. Technically, wrenches could count as weapons, but I would say at most, I think OSHA is the only one who's gonna be monitoring us. We're in some remote island in the middle of the Pacific. No. The thing about like if someone were to compile a lore doc, there's at least like 3 different things you could do for most of it. We need like a Star Trek Bible, right? So we're gonna compile a Star Trek-esque set Bible at some point to solidify the main points. Until then, though, go wild. Seeing whatever you guys make up, I think, is a really fun part. But you guys, as long as you guys get the regular vibe, and I think most of you do. I am now safety captain, apparently. You're second in command, Almina. Vortis took safety captain way back when. I thought we were in Siberia. Yeah, I was gonna say Siberia, an island, random location in the Midwest, all of the back rooms, but like in America. I would say not a cornfield necessarily, more like a abandoned part of the forest is my main one. But you crash landed in this place was banned before we showed up. That's the most correct one, Dolly. But like any true mascot horror franchise, there are multiple things. There could be multiple answers in any one question. Was it the bite of 87 or was it the bite of 84? Who knows? Happens in Danganronpa V3 execution. Wait, what does? Don't worry, I got you, Vortis. I'm scroll up way up in chat. I'm just now realizing. Just having this place another solar system with a blue sun. No, there's clearly a yellow sun up in the sky. Stop this blue sun propaganda. There's no blue sun that's the same color as my scarf, and that's why I wear the scarf. There's nothing like that. I do not photosynthesize using my scarf. Who said that? If I could see where the comment is, I'd reply, that's a fantastic idea. With that, you're going to be a little bit more specific with that one, Mayu. Push it say hang in there. It does say hang in there. Wait, Vortis. Oh, hanger in there. Wow. My brain auto-corrected. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, wow. That is kind of cute. Ooh, hold on. That's a potential idea. I think just the normal hang in there is good enough, but I do appreciate that. That's a pretty good pun. Hanger, why is she a witch? Da. Ace, don't we have Manta Claws? I mean, I thought you guys wanted Mantis Claws, but apparently no one wanted the Mantis Claws now, Harmonica. I don't forget. I remember the Mantis Claws bit. That's one of my favorite bits. Wrench, crowbar, pipes. Anything weapons if you're strong enough or creative. Humans are a resource. Truly, OSHA doesn't even know that this hangar is in operation. Also true, Mayu, but They wander the Siberian OSHA wandering an icy wasteland. Siberian OSHA Wisteria wandering an icy wasteland gives me the same vibe as a Patriots group in Arknights wandering an icy wasteland. By the way, what's up, Teal? Happy Thursday, welcome on in. What about a framed picture of spare parts on one of those cabinets? Ooh, I mean, we already have spare parts in the hang in there poster, Teal, but I like that. We actually do have if we wanted to put art up, that was actually an idea. Because there is the I caught up in chat, by the way. Good job, me. In the office that I have, right? In the office I have some little bits of art, right? So doing something like that, I like that. By the way, you can tell what layer this is because this is not the most up there layer. Yeah, we can put like art there. Putting like the elemental falls, little things like that. I do like that idea. You can make it a one of those electronic frames that can like go through different pieces of art, and so it's one of those things where it's like, oh look, you can have all the little fan art and just like slideshows through everything. Like one of those You guys ever buy one of those electronic frames, either for your own purposes or more accurately probably for your parents? Because I did that for my parents on 2 separate occasions. They actually used it the second time, though, so heck yeah. They understood how the portrait works after so long. And also it probably helps that the second time we got it for them, they actually put it in, like, their, like, room that they go into, not, like, a living room that they never went into. But yeah, I like that idea, actually. We could put, like, spare parts on it, little fan art on it, little goofy things like that. An endless search for lone vagabonds running facilities with improper hazard communication. Siberian hangar inspection team. So hypothetically, if one of you sat on your glasses and it bent the hinge part, how would you unbend it asking your friend? Oh my god, maybe that wasn't a bit when you came in here and you said you sat on your glasses? Hold on. If you sat on your glasses and it bent the hinge part, how would you unbend it asking for a friend? It depends on how your glasses were like set up in a way, right? When you say the hinge part, do you mean like the corner part or like literally where it bends? Because I would say just slowly try to unbend it and just make sure it doesn't snap. Like if it bent one way, you can theoretically bend it the other way. Okay, but more important, service crew, it's been long enough. It's time to put our pegboard up. Because we got distracted with blue suns. Stop getting distracted with blue suns, service crew. They don't exist. We're gonna put our little pegboard up. Oh, ooh, probably a little too high there. Because you guys need to be able to reach it. You guys are really short in comparison. Put a little pegboard up there. That's where you could have your little wrench. And then you just oop, did not mean to zoom that in. Go to this one. There we go. So what we can do is we can do this. What did I just do? There we go. Paste. 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 And then we can do this now. No. Oh, there are different layers? That's not how that should work. Merge layers. Copy. No! Why do I keep hitting Control X instead of Control C? It works though. Look at this. All the wrenches you could ever want, service crew. Because I assume that's what you guys use. I don't know what other like things you guys would need on this pegboard. So there you go. We have your how to build a plane guide over there. We would probably actually want to put the how to build a plane guide a little bit closer, right? What layer is it on? It's on that layer, okay. Completely professional art stream. I mean, interior design stream. This is an interior design stream. It's very different. Okay. There, we can put that manual a little bit closer, right? Have a good night, Gabriel. Thank you for popping in. In glasses shops, if it's an easy fix, they usually do it for free. That's also true, actually, Mayu. If you can wait until the morning for you, And if you can get, or you can give them off to someone who can take them to the glasses shop, that, yeah, it should be a fairly easy fix, theoretically. Oh, pliers also a good idea. Yes. If you can't do it with your hands, yeah, just... Okay. So, we have our posters. We want, yeah, we probably want, like, you don't want anything too important in this area, right? Because this is where your thoughts that can manifest, right? Your little dude. Hold on. I can draw this part. Like, this is where you guys would go, dude. And you guys would be thinking about, like, cool things, right? Like, seriously, what's a cool thing you guys think about? Broken glasses? Ice? A literal cool thing you guys think about? Yeah, I can draw ice. I know how to draw cubes. I got scared there for a second. I might have messed that one up. Look at that. Ice. Even dripping. John Marston from Red Dead Redemption. I don't know. He probably looks like that. Biblically accurate, John Marston. Goro Akechi. Ace Windfall. Did I ever tell you guys, though, that they're all this... I don't know. How do you do Goro Akechi? How do you draw Goro Akechi as me as... He's got like a tie on. He's got a suit. And then it just has a thing that says Goro. Surprise, they're all the same person. Ice 9. Doesn't matter. That's where we can like have your thought bubble slash the little board that like, because I would think it would be a like semi-transparent thing, not the full glass board like Ben was saying, because I think that would be a little bit too cluttery, right? But Gabriel, go to bed. Gabriel did confirm, by the way, that you guys do think about Goro Akechi. What's up, Bunkum? Happy Thursday, welcome on in. It's Thursday, by the way, guys. Wow. Bunkum, we're currently designing the new hangar locale for our stand-up meetings, our huddles, our what other words do they use for it? We have our posters, we got our things. Thank you, Dolly. Have a request on stream chat. Thank you. Good, because I was not tabbed into stream chat. We'll put this next to the chair on the left. Oh, yo! Wow, you guys were actually active in stream chat. Shit. I was tabbed out because I had to write hanger in there at some point, and I did not look at this. Let's see a chat. Oh, the little stool? Why do you need the little next to the other chair on the left? This is you gave me a Then I despise this. How dare you give me a PNG with a checkerboard background? So you guys can put your feet up? Is that the idea? It's an Asian chair. What? But I do, yes, we need our mysterious liquid bucket. That is actually a good point. Pegboard tool back, part of it's broken. We need a mysterious liquid bucket. Is it oil? Is it lighter fluid? Open link. Also not a PNG, by the way. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do PNGs at some point. Actually, very easy. All you have to do is like put it in your thing, and then you go to the magic wand tool and you just click on it, and then just boom. Look, easy PNG. I don't know how hard this is. Okay, you might also want to lower the tolerance if you're doing that. Or raise the tolerance? 100. Lower the tolerance. 10. There we go. See? It's that easy, Service Crew. Your little bucket. We can put that behind you guys. Because it shouldn't be in the corner, because that's where the chair is for you guys to sit down. It should be, like, right under the fire extinguisher, because that way, like, something bad could happen. You never know. Is that not? You can the one Arctic linked is an actual PNG. You can tell because like look at Discord and see if you can see the Discord background. If you can't see the Discord background, really like your totally transparent launcher. Actually, Bunkum, that lawn share, the white launcher, is actually fully transparent. The messed up part is that we lost a service crew. Hold on, let me move out of the way. Cause that's the lawn share. Just unrelatedly, we lost the service crew back there. Oh, but hold on. You guys hear that? There he is. He came back. You can have his share. I don't know why he's just looking at it, but don't forget about this boy. What's up, Aeon? Happy Thursday. Welcome in. All right. Me, go back over here. Okay, so we have our cork board with potential things on it. We have our chair in the corner. We have our chests of drawers. We have some posters. We have our fire extinguisher and our mysterious bucket. We have our little basement-esque windows that give you just enough light where you can clearly see our normal yellow sun that is the sun and not some other weird star. Looks like a jet engine fire while someone's standing there and left their outline. Yeah, we kind of painted over them originally, so that's why it was kind of like that. We're not keeping an outline of someone there, because we would paint it over. We're not that incompetent. We're the cute kind of incompetent. We're not like actually incompetent here. Do we want anything on the chest of drawers? We said a picture. Someone had said a picture earlier, right? So we can put a little, like, this is where the little electronic thing is. Where you can put, like, the image of spare parts. I don't know why you would want an image of spare parts, necessarily, because spare parts is almost always here with us, but I get it. He is very cute. It's like, days since an accident. It's not like we... Wait a minute! Wisteria, that is actually a great idea. How did no one say that yet? Why would we not have a day since accident one? That's actually perfect. What do those normally look like? What do those normally look like? Is it just a little poster that just says days since last accident? Yeah. How did no one think about that until just now? Don't zoom in there. No. That's not where you zoom in. Zoom in on this one. We could do just a little thing over here. We might move things around. We can also normally do, we can also do like you can also put it like up here actually. Because there is unless we want to move like the pegboard up, or if we want to make the pegboard bigger, right? How many days since last accident? No, 54. I feel like it would depend on how long it's been since our last accident. Right now, it's not 0 days. When was the last time we had an accident, service crew? Be honest now. When did we like die in a game when we didn't mean to die in a game? Like a week or something like that? The actual number. Oh, I didn't even think about that with how I drew the other one. Oh my god, that's actually great. 54 is a reasonable number for a rough guess. That's actually I'm so proud that you think that we're like responsible on me, you know? That means like an actual lot. Sorcerer, because this day since last accident isn't just for me, it's for all of us, right? It's for us as a collective. And you guys don't mess up. You guys do the damnedest you ever can do. So believe in yourselves. But, like Ben said, I actually really like that idea. So we're gonna do... It's hidden behind the head. It's scribbled in there, but basically that. Dummy guy's hole in the wall says it's been 0 days. Okay, so we're not. Sometimes we can be a little. So sometimes it can be 0. That's true. It can. Accidents can happen still. Dolly. It's gonna say like 83, but it's way too long. I feel like we could do 83. I would say the last section was Burger King. Burger King. Oh. That's fairly accurate, Wisteria. That's good actually. The wall speaker on the top corner. Oh, so you guys can blast your beats, your tunes. I feel like I wouldn't. Would you guys want a speaker in the top corner? We don't have an. Oh, we do have a PA system. I literally call announcement, stream schedule, and live my PA system. You're right. We do have a PA system. It's right there in the Discord. So yeah, like a little just a little thing like that, right? A little sketchy there. I like that though, because it also fills in like a kind of blanky spot there. Oh, thank you, Vortis. A wall mount fan. Ooh, wall mount fan might not be that either. That'd be the other thing. Like, would you guys want a PA system or a fan? You only get one. It's like the pegboard or the sunlight, even though you're getting both of those. You only get one of those ones, though. Because think about it. You guys know how hot it is? Well, it rained today, so the heat broke, but like it was like 100. And that's like not even in the hangar. In here, oh, I don't think we have ventilation. Those things at the top, those don't vent. But think about the beats. But I agree with Mayu on like someone's just gonna hijack and play their tunes. It's me. I'm hijacking it. Hope you guys like Vocaloid music. Hope you guys like Idolmaster music. Just make you guys listen to Change to Chance and Overmaster on repeat. Do not give me the aux cord. I will replay the same 4 songs. And right now, one of them would be Ready Made. Because that has baseball in it. Low key, high key, low key service crew. You guys want to go to batting cages? I don't know what happened recently, but like my weird love of baseball has now come to the point where I want to go to a batting cage, but I don't think they make recreational batting cages anymore. So I'm trying to like find where I can go and like do a batting cage, like from Persona. And also, I don't know if I need to like have a bat to go or not. I would buy a bat though. We could use it for hangar defense if we need it. Even though we already got these. Ooh, that felt good. It's the drawing glove. It makes it sound. We don't need a fan. We can turn on one of the planes. Just turn on the propeller. Just. That might be dangerous, but again, not from OSHA, so I wouldn't know. We just have a table fan on top of one of the red toolboxes. Mayu, look at that. I like that. That's good because that way we can have the speakers for the PA system, and as well as we can have like something on the tools. Yes, I like that. We should have 3-phase AC power because AC is more important, so we need AC power. I get it. Hardcore covers of songs all day. You are not getting the aux cord. I'm putting that thing in my office. I do like the table fan idea. We can move the would you want the table fan on the left one with the picture on the right, or the other way around? I feel like the table fan would work well here possibly. What layer is this on? Is this on the same layer as the No, it's on that layer. That's fine. Okay. Just a little like the old metal ones, right? I feel like putting it there is fine. Or would it be better to swap them? Because theoretically you would want like a lot of the visual acuity to be between... no. Ah! So like when you're thinking about it, like everything should be like here to here. This should be like the most important area, right? So would moving this over to here clutter up visual too much? Or would it clutter up visual just enough? Just the right enough? Never that I hear Ace say high key Loki. I've been saying high key Loki since before you were born, Rue. It's one of my favorite things to say. I don't even know if I'm using it right, but I always love saying it. Because it's basically my way of being like real talk, which is also a thing I say. My grandparents have floor vents for their AC. Maybe the hangar would too? Not this part of the hangar. This part of the hangar wouldn't have floor vents, Dolly, because think about it. This is where you would want like the break room, the office, the dorms. Those would have floor vents. That is fair. But floor vents would be bad for the hangar because yes, exactly, Ben. Exactly what I was gonna say. This has drains in it because like if we spill something, like this is all like drained area basically. I even said earlier, Service Crew, again, let's refer back to the topographical map. Over right here, this is where that's where some of the drains are, because that's where like the safety shower is. And you can't have floor vents if you have a safety shower, because if you do, you're gonna get water in your vents, and no one wants water in the vents. I choose this before me for a while. That's so crazy. We have a safety shower? Yes, it's over in the other corner. Of course, Ben. I know my safety. We have a safety shower and eye wash station over in... How do you zoom in? There we go. There's an eye wash station and a safety shower in this corner. There are drains all over the floor for this hangar part specifically, right? Again, these are the dorms. This is my office. This is the break room. This is the meeting room. Like, those would all have floor AC or, like, wall AC or whatever. But, like, here, you can't have anything on the floor that's not, like, made for industrial solvent to go through it. What's a safety shower? Great question, Teal. In certain work environments, for instance, like in a hangar where you could just like get coated in oil because like maybe someone makes a mistake, right? A safety shower would be a device not unlike this, where you'd have it coming out from the wall, and then typically would just be a large thing like this, just directly straight down, with like maybe a chain that goes like this, and then there'd be like a thing on the floor. And the idea is like if you get coated in something bad, like it's something you would see in like your high school science labs as well. Maybe depending on what you're working with. At the very least, you probably had like an eye wash station. But the idea behind this is like, okay, if something spills on you, you immediately have to strip your clothes, go under here, you pull this down, and then it just water just pours on you. Because the idea is you just need to get whatever is on your skin off your skin ASAP. But of course, we're not putting that in this scene because if someone needs to use the safety shower, I don't want to stream them taking a safety shower. Plus, in that corner, there's probably also the little curtain that can go around it too. But we don't need the safety shower in the shot. But yes, we have that. I care about safety here. Because if something happened to you guys, I'd be out of the job. Also, I really want that crayon plane tutorial poster in this room. That's what this basically is right now. It's just a very small little book. We will have more detail. So what's the chat box? My initial idea was you just have a semi-transparent chat box. Like it doesn't need to be a diegetic chat box. Someone double check that I used the word diegetic correctly there. I'm pretty sure I did, but just in case. Do most places like this have a mapless evacuation plan or something like that? That's what Gabriel had said earlier. That's also in the other corner. I feel like you don't want that. What I had said to Gabriel and what I stick with is I feel like maybe it's not a bad idea in a way. It is a glass board, but it's not like a physical glass board because I think that would clutter it too much. Like, maybe it's not a bad idea to have, like, a really small version of this that doesn't have my scribbling on it. Not that. Like, that's a cute little, like, Easter egg-esque thing. You could put that over in the, like, near the hang in there poster. Which, by the way, yeah, we probably want to, like... Because, yeah, I guess this is mostly blank here just because, like, this is where, like, the chat would go, right? You don't need an evacuation plan. The door to outside is in the same room, though. That's actually very true. Sersha, hold on. Ben, thank you so much for that. Sersha, do you need an evacuation plan when there's literally a giant door to the outside here? Like, no, actually from an OSHA standpoint, who knows safety? Like, technically, like, what happens if, like, this is blocked for some reason? Would you still have to put, like, another one out there? And also, other safety question, like, what would it be? Would it be, like, through this way, through the basement hallway? Or would it have to be, like, through the locker rooms and then out through, like, this doorway? Because here, you only got the two, there are the three. So screw. This is important. So we're gonna go through our safety plan here. I'm gonna actually put in a new one because that's really bad. And I want, that's not bad, but it's very sketched over. But seriously, this is important. This is important. Make sure you write this down. Smart object must be rasterized before proceeding. Write that down. Okay, so screw. If you're in the hangar and you need to get outside, you have 3 options to do so. One is the big door here. One is this door over here. And one is this door over here. And also, I guess, a window technically, but you guys shouldn't be going through windows normally. That's dangerous. But like in case of an emergency, go to one of those 3 places to go outside, okay? Got it? Good. Okay, we don't need that. Give me back my good map. Literally studied workplace health safety this week. So what would it be? What would it be, Rue? They put evacuation plans everywhere because we need to know the evacuation points, like our safe zone. Okay. Just put a do not block sign, you're good. I like that. See? Just put a giant sign on the giant door that says, hey, don't block this. Using the safety shower to cool off on a hot summer day. Almina, why would you use the safety shower when the locker room is literally hold on. There's a safety shower here. There's a locker room right here that has traditional showers. Don't use the safety shower for that. It doesn't even work that well. I mean, there's 3 exits already. Sure, that's enough. That's what I'm thinking too, right? Or just flee into the basement. You probably shouldn't do that. That's like what you do if there's like a tornado, though. Which, living in the Midwest, that can happen. So, service crew, make sure that like when the tornado happens, go into the basement or go into like the storage room, because this is an interior room that has no windows, right? Or like the electrical room. Or honestly, the locker room is actually probably the best spot to go if there's like a tornado. It's interior, multiple ways in. Like if the tornado wants to get you, they'd have to like go through here, or they'd have to like go through here to get there. That's like a lot of ways for a tornado to go. So like this is actually probably the best room. Plus you can probably like take like a shower while the tornado is coming for you. Just face through the wall. Actually, opening the big door could cause a fire explosion due to the rush of air. Ooh, look at you guys. There's also such a thing as special emergency exits that you can only use in case of emergencies. Ooh. Look at you guys. See, this is why I outsource the health and safety to you. I only know to make safety showers and eye wash stations. Okay, so maybe we put a little map. What did I just Oh, no, keep that. Hold on. Oh, no, don't draw on the spare parts layer. Get rid of that. Okay, so maybe we put a little map. This could also be over near the, It would just be over in this area, right? Because it'd be right next to the fire extinguisher. Because it's like this is all your emergency stuff over here. Yeah, exactly, Ben. Then we mix this shower water with at least 10% engine oil, so it helps us slip away from basement monsters. So the safety shower is super clean in comparison. Don't do that. What? I sometimes use those showers. No wonder my hair is like this. But no, yeah, this is like your little safety corner for this part of the hangar, right? So you have your little map with your little hold on. With your little rasterize this real quick. And it has like a little you are here. And then it's okay, actually, hold on. Safety-oriented service crew. The fastest way not going through the big hangar door would be this, right? Because yeah, like you're already in this hallway. Just go down here. Yeah. So actually, what we'll even do is we'll put it here. That way, it just looks nicer, right? And we just say like this. There you go. Wait, so are we in the hangar? Yes. That's what this is. Because if so, wouldn't the escape route just be... No, we just talked about that arc. If you're talking about the big door. Because otherwise, if the door's open, yes, go through the big door. But if the door is closed, like if you guys are working in like the winter, if you open the big door, it could cause an explosion, allegedly. Which I believe them because that sounds real enough. I believe that. Isn't there usually an emergency exit or anything? You're right, actually. Wait a minute. Why would we not also have like... So I'm gonna be real. This is your workstation. You guys should know this better than I do. But yeah, wouldn't there be like a smaller door either like here, or possibly like over here? Probably here, actually. Yeah. So it'd be this to here to here. At the very least, we can have it like this, and obviously there are other exits because you have an exit here, an exit here. There's the big door here, and then yeah, you have a little side exit there. There we go. I'm just now looking in Structure. Wisteria! Holy shit, Wisteria, that's really good. Hold on a second. Oh, that's so beautiful. Great job. Where is... Oh, why is it so tiny? Wait a minute. It's because I was zoomed in when I put it in, I assume. Oh my god, it's just really tiny for some reason. It's so tiny for some reason. This is one of our, like I said, you need your little like outlines for your tools. There's just a little like there's a little service crew tool that goes up there. I think the map should show multiple exits. So we'll have the little red one there, and then we'll also have like a we'll have a little blue one, right? Because like typically they'd be in different colors for like, oh, this is what you do for this. This is what you do for this. So we would have that one, and you would also have one that's like this. And then have a green one as well. And it goes like this. There you go. And it's like choose service crew choose. We made a choose your own adventure game with our safety plan, right? That way, that's how you get the kids going. You say, hey, service crew, today we're gonna have to do our yearly safety walkthrough and inspection to make sure you guys are all like certified just in case anything bad happens. And then we say, okay, service crew, you have to sort yourselves into houses. Are you house red, house blue, or house green? And then that's how you get the kids going. And then that way, everyone in the crew only knows 1/3 of the safety plan. They have to work together. It forces teamwork. I love this idea. That way, like, if a fire happens, everyone's like, okay, which of us learned the fire route? If there's a tornado, who learned the tornado route? If there's an earthquake, who knows the earthquake plan, right? It's perfect. See, the thing is, it's perfect because then, again, it fosters teamwork. We need a glue trap with a tiny basement monster. Basement monster doesn't exist. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Move the bucket on the left and the new service crew on the right mode. The new service crew? You mean the explosion or? Don't know why it's tiny. It's like 1,000. Did I save it wrong? Don't answer that. I probably saved it wrong, honestly. I feel like I didn't save it wrong. Hold on. It is clearly large. Why is it tiny when I throw it in here? That's weird. Because this is a 1080 by 1920 by 1080 canvas. There's literally no reason it should be small. And I can clearly see in my file explorer that it is 1061 by 1401. What? Either way, it works. Can we have an employee of the month photo? Oh, yes! There we go. See, I don't know how we're missing the obvious things like day since last accident or employee of the month photo. That is so obvious. There we go. Because it's always spare parts. That's the bit, isn't it? So we can actually, what we can do then is we might end up removing this bad boy. I'm zooming around in this image like you guys can see the things are moving around, but like, yeah, instead of this, we could also have the employee of the month. Yeah, this can go over here then, right? We can also arguably, we could move this poster over here and then put the employee of the month photo over here. But yeah, for now, that's just another thing we'd have up on the wall. But let's do this. Here. You get your little photo in there. So then you can have your employee of the month there. Perfect. I think this is looking pretty good, service crew. Gotta take off. Can't wait to see what y'all cook up. Thank you, Almia. Honestly, I think we're getting close to our finalized reality, TBH. This is looking pretty good. Because what we've covered most of the gaps. The biggest one that I can still see that we have a gap in is down in the is like down here, but again, like that's where you guys exist, so we don't want to have anything too there. And also, obviously, we might end up moving things around just for readability, because presumably this is like where you guys will like like your thoughts will appear. The guy's always that guy's always employee of the month because he died and Ace feels bad. He didn't die. He's alive. He's literally right here. It's this guy. This is just the only good photo we have of him. Move employee of the month higher. Just to have it in line with, oh, sorry. Oh, what layer did I put employee of the month on? The hanger map one, okay. Nope, uh-oh. Just have it in line with the spare parts poster. But is that too high? Because theoretically, I think like in reality, like both of those would actually go further down. Because like your poster should be at like eye level. And not my eye level, and not your eye level, but like normal human eye level. So somewhere a little bit like around my shoulder level. So I think actually that should be fine. I think what actually needs to happen is that, there is a lot going on the right side here. That's in reality though. What are you, a giant? Excuse you, Rue. You missed this earlier, but clearly that's the situation that's going on right now. Sorry, manlets. That is not something I think I would ever say on this stream. There, you could like clip. Yeah, I deserve that. Sorry. Good lord. I was like, that seems like something like if you clip that, you will like. I'll watch that like tomorrow and be like, I didn't say that. Okay, I got black with engine soot and then immediately covered with gray paint. He deserves Employee of the Month for that one. I agree. Arctic. I would say honestly, Arctic. I think it would be the opposite. You have to be this small to be a service crew member. Is 411 just off-screen for that height difference of 5T hard area? The service elves, aww. But they're cute. That's why we keep them around. Plus, them being small means that we can help them. They can reach the important place that I can't reach. Right? Look, service crew. I'm the tall one. I get to go reach the sunlight. You guys are the short ones. You guys get to go reach the tools. Right? That's how we divvy this out. That's the second time someone's brought up Oompa Loompas this stream. I feel like that's saying something. Can you just show the image of Buddy? That's true. Oh my god, I think is Buddy the Elf still should be in my OBS actually. I think I could just pull him out. Images, add existing. Oh god, is he not called Buddy the Elf? Is he just called Elf? What do we have? I'm just gonna list some things that I have in OBS saved. That is Conviction, Witch Hat Halloween Illustration, Witch Hat PNG, Wisteria PNG, Window 04 Yoru, Warning Bar, Warning Bar, Warning Bar, Warning Bar, Topic Box, Table Shieldman Wood, Spotlights, Slotsugo Byoshi, a lot of snow gifts. I think that's the same one. Seth Elf! There it is. Look at this. That's my Employee of the Month right there. I think it's funnier actually putting it with the charred background. We can buy high shelf or just a collectible on the left. Ooh, yeah. Switching out the thing on the left could be interesting. This is add or retract from the lore of Ace's Scarf photosynthesizing. That's fake lore. That's fake lore, Dolly. Don't write that down. Harmonica said that they were gonna make a the lore document. And I'm just imagining how much fake lore is gonna be in there. Also, sorry, Arctic. I do like that idea though. Sorry, Blammy, by the way. Thank you for the cat pat. No, but doing we could switch out this stuff, right? If we wanted to, we can make yeah, instead of that over there, we can make like a knick-knack shelf. Or a high shelf. Oh, a high shelf is in like the where like the days since last accident are. I like that. Or ooh, you know what? Actually, this is true facts. Hold on. Service crew. You hear that? You hear that, Service crew? You know what this is? Service crew, you know what this is that I'm currently holding? This is a wooden box I got from IKEA. I bought 3 of them like a year ago to put in my part of the hangar, and 2 of them are currently up on the wall, and they're holding like my books, like my manga and my figures. But this 3rd one I never put up because I couldn't find a good place for it. We could put like one of these boxes up. Ooh. I feel like a shelf would probably be better than the wooden box, but I just thought that I just have this box and I don't know what to do with it. I think the last time I used this box, by the way, was I took a picture of spare parts with when I bought these 3 boxes. I also bought a Livlig, which is the IKEA wolf plushie. I bought a small one of those. So the last time I used this thing was to take a picture of spare parts and Livlig together. I'm gonna go put this back now. Oh, it has dust on it. Oh no. That tells you how long it's been since I used this. There we go. Can someone put in the lore document that Ace punched me? No! That's not how that works. I only punch bad people. Literally, literal hero of justice over here. Thank you. But I like that. We can do, I might move the we can do it. No, I feel like you'd want the posters on opposite sides to keep things, like, separated out, right? Someone from the lore document that Ace owns me $10. Look, I would give you your $10, but, like, I don't carry cash on me. Who carries cash in today's economy? Oh yeah, Ben, there you go. Yeah, we'd have to, like, I think it'd be better to, yes, shrink the poster. That's what the red in the line is for. Yeah, shrink the poster a little bit. And then yeah, we can put that there. Can you add this on the No! None of you have punched hole in the drywall, and also it's not drywall. PayPal. Maybe you didn't give me their PayPal. Maybe you don't link your PayPal. Do not link your PayPal. Not that I wouldn't give you the $10 that I apparently owe you, but, like, for your own safety. For your own safety. No, why would we add? So I don't want to encourage you guys to punch holes in the drywall. So why? I like that did you get a PNG? This is actually the exact same color as the background. Did you do that? Just a little, just like right there. That, honestly, the fact that you match the color, at least for the bit for right now, I'll put that in there. This is over by, we gotta move this below this layer. That's why he's in the corner. Oh, you can't see it as well. My scarf's in the way. My beautiful scarf is in the way. Here, I can move a little bit. There we go. See, he's there because, like, he's having his issue. Has to be fist. Oh, you're right. We can shrink it a little bit. He's just having a moment, okay? We're letting him cool down. You owe me $1,000? Oh, hold on now a second there. That's not on the lore document. Looks at his German wall. What does that mean, Nukiashi? How many holes do you have in the wall? That one crew member in fairness to this crew member that's currently going through it, it's punch a hole in the wall. He did get exploded, painted over, raptured, returned back to our Earth, and is also still tearing holes in reality, as evidenced by the Asian chair he has next to him. He lost his 10mm. I also owe him like $10. I might owe you guys a lot of money, but that's unrelated. That's not related to your work. I look at my face. I'm like, hey guys, can I borrow $10? And you guys keep doing it. That's on you. And by owe you $10, I mean I'm pretty sure that's just me paying you, and I haven't paid you guys. In fairness, we're kind of poor, as evidence of the fact that I don't know what as what's our as evidence with this bucket? I don't know. Okay, so we can take this. We shrink it a little bit. I just like the idea of it's just like that could be me someday. Honestly, my lore is whatever right now. I'm kind of actually like really invested in the storyline of our dude over here in the corner. Cause like I think he's going through it, and I'm just imagining him like looking at this poster, a la Decker, not Decker, a la Blade Runner 2077, right, or 2040, 2030, the new Blade Runner, and he's just like looking at it, and he's just like. He's got the lighting on his face, and he's like beat up a little bit. Like this dude is going through it. Would you have a shelf in a hangar though? Is that kosher? Who's osher? Is it kosher? something like that. That's actually not that bad. You guys can, how would you guys reach this though? Is this where I put, oh. That's where we put the big cookie. That way none of you can ever get the big cookie. Ace, you diabolical dog, you. We can move the picture frame up there though, actually. You can put all the money you owe us up there. That is true. This is an artist representation of the big cookie. This is not the world's biggest cookie, it's only a tribute. Go to there. Okay. And then we do what layers? Here's the fun part, Service Crew. Where are my layers? Because these are all just labeled like in numbers. Because I think I put this on a different layer. Yes, there it is. Something else is on this layer, isn't it? Oh, the bucket is. We can move this photo frame up here then. There we go. Actually, move it a little bit over to the right. The big cookie half out of frame. We can put that as one of the photos in the photo frame. Big cookie would be visible from the outside of the window. What were you gonna say, Arctic? Were you gonna say the big cookie wouldn't be on the thing? Yeah, we can do that. We can also put my Live Like plushie. Actually, real talk, Service Crew. Speaking of plushies, I realized I talk about my Shadowverse Evolve, my TCG, my trading card game I play every so often, that I usually go to Wednesdays and play. Yesterday, I had the realization. I have like well over 100, possibly close to $200 store credit at that store right now because I win a lot because I'm pretty good. And also, Runecraft is Shadowverse is like one of its babies. So I do pretty good between my academic deck and my D-Shift deck. Importantly though, I have a lot of like store credit. I'm like, I don't know what I would spend it on. Because you can't spend it on the release. You can't spend it on like draft. You have to like pay money for like if you're doing draft. So it's just like I have money. I realize though, fun fact, they have plushies at that store. I think I can buy the plushies with store credit. I only realized this recently because I was walking and I saw a ferret plushie. A ferret plushie. Not life size, unfortunately. If it was, oh my god, I'd be. You wouldn't see me again. But I saw they had a ferret plushie, and I realized, like, as I was looking, I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. And then, like, a spark of inspiration to me. I was like, oh, I could buy that. So, Sorcerer, next time you see me, as in next Thursday, I might talk about plushies I might have bought. We'll find out. If not, then maybe the following Thursday. But I might be buying plushies from my TCG store. And by buying, I mean getting them for free, because I'm a winner. What if I should have a picture of the cake? Ooh, like, yeah, honestly, like I said, Mayo, I think the photo frame would theoretically have, it would cycle through things, right? It's an electronic photo frame. So you'd have things like the, you'd have things like the fan art from here. Those ones. Or the fan art that we have recently, right? The Elemental Falls. Suibun did a really cute one as well. Or you would also have the precious moments, right? The memories, which are from, where's meeting room at? Meeting room. Which are over, it's hard to, where can I put this? These ones over here, right? As other things you can go through, like the little, like, the cards for Halloween and Christmas. The Valentine's cake I made you guys, the previous year? Or like the famous bologna cake. Putting Bunny Ami on the shelf and boxing gloves on the side of the paperboard. Boxing gloves would be a good one, I think. Little Ami would be kind of cute. Don't forget, You're Here Forever poster. Oh, I would not do a don't forget you're here forever though. If I were to do it, this would be so lame. I would do the Simpsons the other version of it. It would be the do it for her, but I would use the edited one where it's do it for him and I just put my own photos on it. But even that's too self-indulgent even for me. Like I can't do that. You can do that. 100% you can do that. But I could not with a straight face put that in my own thing. Cause for me that's way too narcissistic. And I'm already a little bit of a narcissist, but like, oh, I could not do that. The freaking part of me wants to go and find the do it for her / do it for him template and make it right now on stream, but I just can't do it. I can't. It would just be again, it's too self-indulgent. Even just talking about it, I'm blushing a little bit because it's just like I can't do this. I love myself. I'll talk myself every single day of the week, but don't make me actually show it. Take your screenshots of this now and edit in your own do it for him, do it for Ace posters. Cheese. There we go. Hopefully you took your screenshots. Base Monster Temple at the top of hanging in there poster. No. There's no base monster. Don't worry. There's no base monster. And if there was, it wouldn't show here. And also, if it would show here, the most obvious place to have it would be coming out of the bucket, obviously. But it wouldn't be here. But that's actually like, just every so often, just. I thought it was 4? Not yet. Oh, God. Oh. Good Lord. Sir, I'm just imagining, like, Sarah's crew. Just imagine, like, going to, like, the bar to pick up women and just being like, hey there, babe. Do you want to be my 4th divorce? Oh, my God. I can't do this. You're getting another divorce? Not yet, Ben. I'm dying. I can't do this. I'm too red. Okay. No, we're not. We're done. No more do it for him. No more divorces. Okay. Okay. Searcher, what else? I think are we done? Can I be your 5th divorce? Okay, get in line, service crew. We call. I can't do this. Service crew. No one's getting divorced yet. We need. What else are we done? Do we need anything else in here? Okay, we could put like a little figure again. We could put like a little figure. We could put something up here. Anything like that would be fun. We could have like a little tentacle popping out of here every so often. Little. I kind of like that idea. Over here again, I think like yeah, keeping this fairly like open, I think is fine because again, like. If you have a chat box that would go somewhere like here, maybe move things around, maybe make it semi-transparent. Actually, seriously, we're smart. We know how things work. Hold on. Speaking of images I have saved that I can like just replace, or I can use, chat box is one of those images. Perfect. So we could do that, and then we would do like a filter. We would add a, it would be under gamma, which we could do that via Luma key. That's fine. No, not Luma key, chroma key. Chroma key, there we go. Under chroma key, you can do that, and you can change, you can adjust the gamma. So we could do like, that's not the gamma. There's one that's called it's literally the opacity. It's not gamma. It's literally called opacity, Ace. How do you make this 0? So you adjust the opacity, not the gamma. Very confusing. We could do that. And then we would be like, okay, and then service crew. Let me rip the Zatsu from up there. Put it over here. Above the chat box. Edit a little bit. What are you thinking? You guys feel comfy in your new home? These would actually be below you guys, though, so they'd be, like, over there? Yeah? Potential. Obviously, move some things up. Ironically enough, though, even though I'd move some things around, this is actually, like, for some reason, I don't know when this changed, but for some reason, Sweat's head has been sticking into the chat box more, and I don't know when I edited that around, but that's been there for a while. Also, I forgot that Buddy the Elf was part of the OBS thing and not part of the Photoshop thing, so the fact that Buddy the Elf is on top of the chat right now is very funny to me, and I fully forgot about that. Play the month gets in the way a little bit. That was the issue, right? It's like no matter what, something's gonna be in the way if we're filling in that entire spot. Like, we would have to move some things around. We can also just adjust some things. Honestly, like putting like the weaker elements behind it would be fine. I think we could make the chat a little bit more opaque theoretically, because we could do like like make it like 45%. And that's like, we could put the fire extinguisher on the map behind it, because those are like the weaker ones. Oh, on the pegboard for the book is actually really good. Question is, where is the tutorial book? There it is. It's on layer 10, which is not the 10th layer. But yes, that's actually a good one. Didn't know. What? There we go. Only move this. It's covering up a wrench right now, but we know what that is. That's decent. Yeah, just moving that's fine. Honestly, Employee of the Month being covered a little bit is also kind of fun, because like Employee of the Month would just be theoretically either spare parts, or it would just be a generic mob face. So having covered up isn't the worst thing in the world. Or we can switch it with a hang in there poster. I would think the Employee of the Month would be a mob face, because we already have a spare parts poster on the right. We wouldn't want two spare parts right next to each other, right? Unless we want to switch Employee of the Month, and we can do it. Like, if we want to switch the position of these two posters, maybe. What, the basement monster is the Employee of the Month? The what now? You guys are talking about this basement monster a lot today. Going back to what it should be. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Move Employee of the Month more higher? No. I mean, you could do that a little bit, but I think this isn't the final version of what the chat would look like. And theoretically, we would like edit the chat as well when times come. We could like maneuver some stuff. Employee of the Month is just ace. Look, as I did say that I am very narcissistic and I do enjoy looking at myself, but it's the same as like do it for him. I couldn't make myself Employee of the Month. Also, because I think as a boss, that would just be kind of messed up. Because don't forget, Service Crew, I am partially here to elevate you guys, just like you guys are here to elevate me. Together we lift each other up. And I have to do that by encouraging you guys. Even if I am the Employee of the Month in my own heart. It's different, though. Be Michael Scott in The Office? No! I don't want to be Michael Scott in The Office. I don't think I want to be any of the Office characters, honestly. I mean, Michael Scott would be the closest. Like, if you're trying to sell someone on my managerial style, you might say that, but like that, no, it's also just bad. That's like a what is it? It's that's like a fan fiction. That's like a an Office AU fan fiction is like, what if Ace and the Service Crew, but as the Office, and then yeah, I would be Michael Scott. Sweat would be Jim. Service Crew girl, Service Crew female would be Pam. Service Crew male would be Dwight, right? Like it's all there, obviously. Spare parts, of course, Kevin. What would spare parts be? Actually, I don't know. Kevin is a pretty good one though. Put metal circles on the corners of the chat box so it looks like an actual glass board. I wouldn't mess with the chat. Like, I'm not gonna mess with that right now, but yes. Well, no, oh, I see what you're saying. Like make it part of the. I don't know if I want to make it diegetic though again. Because part of it is like I could like if I wanted to I could like, what if I'm doing like a bit bin and I want to like remove the like what if I'm doing like we're making edited content, right? And it's like I could like we could do like this where it's like me and you guys in here when we're doing like our bits, right? And that way we can just use this as a background without having to like have a very obvious diegetic piece of like, oh, this is where the chat would go typically. I guess in that case theoretically you'd then just like have sketches on it or whatever, but what the chat box was a whiteboard you could, yeah, that's what Ben was kind of saying before. I can see it, but I think having it as a whiteboard I think is just, it's too much stuff. There's potential. There is potential in it. I like this though. So yeah, doing either like a whiteboard or something. Either way, no matter what, it's something that can be easily taken in or out, I think. I wouldn't want it as a fixed part, but like, yeah, like having it be something you can wheel in or out, or having like something that you can just like overlay on top, I think would be fun. Question, answer. Are these the actual colors you're gonna leave for the floor, wall, and ceiling? Good question. Don't know. Why? What you got? I would think they'd be fairly neutral, given the location. Ceiling and floor definitely more neutral. The wall I can see adding a bit more color in. I wouldn't be upset with that. Arguably, you can also make them darker. Like this wouldn't be final at all. Like there would definitely be some color adjustments to it, but like, what are you thinking? You can draw up plans. I can put my corkboard. Well, no, that's a corkboard, not a whiteboard, but still. Yeah, the floor is definitely just concrete, actually. Because, again, it's a hanger. You need to have something that's easy to, like, sweep up or mop up or just, like, clean and push into drains. Every time you see the sweat service crew member in the corner, I think he's taking a fit. No, he's not. He's cooling off, Mortis. He punched a hole in the wall, see? I could see the wall or ceiling changing colors. The ceiling I don't think would be any like color. Like at most it'd be like maybe a little bit lighter. The wall could be here or there. I feel like what would you want the wall to be? So what color is our wall? Like I don't think you want too much color in there. Like maybe at most maybe that, but again I don't know if that's too blendy any with everything else we got going on though. Adios, Rue. Thank you for popping in. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a good day. We're not gonna be too far behind you, I don't think. I know I said that to Gabriel a little bit ago and to Almina a little bit ago as well. But like, look at us. It's perfect. I would say maybe doing like it's not actually that bad. Doing something like this. A little bit darker though. Because again, it needs to you guys all apparently have really sensitive retinas. So we want like darker just because then you can like look at it and you can like fall asleep. What is bluestone? Is this bluestone? Because I think this is an interesting one where it's dark. Things really pop off from this as well if you look at it. It gets that blue little bit of light. It gets a lot of contrast with the stuff up there, and also the blue. Because again, the interesting thing about I think it's blue because obviously blue is my image color, but it can't be my image color exactly. It can't be ace blue because then it would blend in with the scarf a little bit, and so you want that to pop. But having it be blue in a darker shade is good because then it contrasts with the orange, the brown, parentheses orange, of my jacket and my hair. While still allowing the scarf to show up on a darker background and pop. Looks something like that's not bad, actually. Open link. Copy image. Try out. Just using this to copy the color. And then done. Oh, I don't know what I was. There we go. Do those. It's actually not that different than what I had. Something along those lines, maybe a little bit lighter. Or was it this one, actually? No, that was the other one. Yeah, it would be like yeah, darker blue, kind of like that. Maybe a little bit lighter before, but yeah, something along those lines. Cream? Yeah. I know what you're saying with that. Like a little bit lighter for the ceiling. Maybe a cream? Hold on, let me do... What is making it so that these connect? Is it the chair leg? Oh no, it's the chair leg was making them connect over each other. Because it's sampling all layers, and I think it sees the chair leg as close enough color to everything else. Hold on. On this layer... Or here, a layer at the very, very top. You need to add this in. There we go. I think that's what was doing it. That's why it was taking both. Here, paste in the... Grab this. Undo it. There and there. A little bit darker. Give me that color of it. There and there. That's not bad. And then do like a lighter color for the top. I think the right color cream is a little bit weird. I don't know if I would do cream for the top. I think it... In an actual environment, I think it would be nice. Like, I fully understand the idea behind having cream at the top, but I think in this specific instance, I feel like it draws the eye too much, right? Like, in an actual, real, environment, yeah, I think having cream at the top would be good. But I think in this specific environment where it's just very dark, and we're using it as background thing, I think it draws the eye a little bit too much away from like, the chat, from the service screen, from me. That I would rather have it be like a color that doesn't stand out as much. And obviously, like, maybe I could use a different color cream to maybe like make it a little bit like use it darker, duller. Like, yeah, changing it a little bit like that. It's not terrible because that way it's not like popping out too much, but there's a definite color difference there. Potential. All right. I like it. So true. Any last minute changes or ideas? Or would you say that we've learned a thing or two about interior design? Thank you, Vortis. Good. I like it as well. I think, like, actually, I'm going to be real. I didn't actually know how this would end up working out. I'm actually very proud of you guys for this stream. Like, I had a vague idea. I was like, we're gonna make this work. And we somehow made it actually work, Sarah's crew. I'm so proud of us. We did really good. Thank you, guys. The pegboard would actually be a different color than the wall. I was very lazy with it. The pegboard would be like a little bit like a light brown color, presumably, right? It would be like a here. Like, yeah, the colors for a lot of the stuff would not be final. So it'd be like a light brown. It'd be like oh goodness gracious. I'm trying to do stuff right now. Do oh god. Make it a little bit more orange. And then put it on this layer. It'd be like, no, no, why is it? Where did I color? I put this all on layer 22? Oh my god, the layers. It's because whenever you control Z in Photoshop, for some reason it's like, oh, you want to go back to the layer you were on when you did that? It's like, no. Stay on my layer, jerk. Ah, shoot. Hold on. Go back to here. Go back to here. Do this. Okay, it's on layer 1. Good. And yeah, we would do like a brown like that for... Here, if we come in here and we just do... Because that's where the gap is. Then we do that. Yeah, so it'd be like that colorish. And then, yeah, for the wall, let's go back to the wall and make that the kind of this-ish color. So something vaguely like that. Change the color again. It's like more of a... It's more like a sandstone, almost. Also, maybe make the... that a little bit lighter? No, I like it. I like it darker like that. The left toilet box needs to be fridge. No! No fridge on stream. Because that, if OSHA saw that, they would be like, why is there food and drink in your workspace? And we don't want that. So we have it off. We have it next to the safety shower. That way you can have, that way you can do, you can have a shower beer. Because I know you guys love your shower beers. Low key, I've never had a shower beer because I'm not a beer drinker, but I have had a shower minus 196 before. It's solid. I get it. I like get it. I've done it. I get it. I see the vision. Also, I know Arctic, you've talked about the strawberry wine 186 before. They don't have them in my local store, which is messed up. They only have like grapefruit and the other one, and neither of those sound that interesting. But the strawberry one sounds actually like legitimately good. So if I ever see it, I'm gonna grab it. But lemon 196 in the shower, I get it. I see the vision. Protection on the wall, differentiating the floor and ceiling. There would be, presumably there would be texture, yeah. This is not our final. This is not the final, obviously. Like next time you see me, we're not just gonna be using this. Honestly though, I actually am kind of like, so true. I can kind of draw. I got the basics. I know perspective. Like I'm kind of proud of this. And Sorcerer, I'm proud of you too. Because again, together we made this work. With that, Sorcerer, let me move over here, cover up our man, just so you can see just so we don't know how many days there have been since the last incident. Good job, guys. Good job. This is really nice. Sorcerer, let's wrap though. Congratulations on your interior design. I'm gonna leave you with some words from my good friend Wikipedia again. Hold on. I'll save those for the very, very end, I think. I don't know. I don't know how people transition. Do you when you have to like raid into someone, do you do your bit before or after the raid? I don't get it. I like my music, by the way, guys. I don't know if you guys have ever heard my music, but I really like my music. Okay, last, don't put wheels on the toolbox on the final product. Depends. There are toolboxes, there are large tool chests that have the wheels on it. And arguably, I would say that these would theoretically be ones that should double as work table. Oh, I do understand what you're saying there, though. Because, yeah, you wouldn't have a wheelbox with the toolbox with wheels if you're using that as a work table, theoretically. But are you guys using it as a work table? And also, legitimately more importantly, I feel like given you guys and how we would work as a whole, even if it is on wheels, we would still use it as a work table, because that's just the kind of guys we are. If you do, put a brick by the wheels to keep it still. Ooh, I like that actually. See, because that we're go-getters out here, right? We're out here doing dirty work micro style. Like we don't have the crazy funds and money. Like, we make things work. You make things work, service crew. What's this? So sure, with that, we're gonna wrap up. I'm gonna send you guys over to someone I've checked out a few times. Send you guys over to Almontis VT. Currently playing King of Dragon Pass. It looks like a very like old retro game. Looks interesting. So when you go check them out, when you go say hi. And before we send you all the way over there, start it up first and foremost. But in closing, service crew, as I was about to say before, I'm going to leave you guys with some words from my good friend Wikipedia, the thing that I learned interior design from. So again, interior design is the process of shaping the experience of interior space through the manipulation of spatial volume as well as surface treatment. Interior design may also refer to Interior Design Magazine, an American interior design magazine, or Interior Design Album, a 1988 album by the band Sparks. And really... Wait, how did that play? How did that play? Where did that come? Oh, I know where that came from. That's because... Wait, what the fuck? Where did that play from? I think that's a third-party thing. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think that was gonna work. OBS is magic sometimes, guys. With that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you next time. That's the wrong button, Ace! Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night, everyone.